Happy New Year! You may notice the scenery behind me has changed a bit since my last video. That's because I moved. My New Year's resolution is to make $250. I can make more than that, but that's the main goal. You want to know why that's my resolution? Because I didn't get any money for Christmas. And that's on me because I didn't tell anybody what I wanted for Christmas, so I didn't get anything, including money. So now I have to make up for that this year. I think I found a good way though. I'm going to start making more videos. I'm going to start streaming more, recording more, do whatever I can to populate my channel. Because it's rather barren. I mean, if you look at it, there's like sort of gaps in between everything. Obviously, there's stuff I enjoy in there, but I want to be more available. So I'm making this little video just to keep a mental note of what I'm going to do for the future. Starting like maybe next week, maybe earlier, but generally the future. I've had a lot of time to think over these future tips for me, so I'm just going to go through them briefly. I got like 3 of them, and I think they'll all be very useful to me. First off, I'm just going to start with, firstly, talk about what I like. Now, I like a lot of things. I like games. You've probably seen my little fighting game guides I made for Bleach Dark Souls. I like that game. I think it's fun. I like other games too. I like TV as well. I like Mad TV. My little tape here. You probably saw me interview Mo Collins. I got this tape a little bit during or after that, I believe. But, it's a season 5 tape. Very rare. And very nice watches, both of these episodes. I'm such a ride or die for this show. I feel I have a duty as a young and well-informed viewer to inform others, through my research and stuff. So I plan to do that more often. Now, that does lead me a bit more into my second point. Being consistent with my content. I want to try maybe making 1 a week. I feel like that's consistent with my interests. Like I could watch 1 Mad TV episode a week, and I've watched 12 seasons worth of that so far. I just need to start from season 1. Because I started at season 3 because I was a coward, and I really liked Pat Kilbane's Flat Top. But I got all that prior research. If I could do that like every week or so, and have an off week for other things that I like, or at least other things I'm interested in, like SNL a little bit. I have a personal grudge against Jacob Elordi because of his SNL episode. I could talk about that. I'll get to it when I get to it. But I do plan to have a video every week or so. Somewhere between a week and 2 weeks would be a good happy medium for me. I plan to be consistent so my followers don't have to worry about being inconsistent. I mean, my brother suggested I try a Patreon, but I never really liked Patreon. I just don't believe that I have enough to fulfill having a Patreon. I have a Ko-Fi. I feel it's an easy and inconsistent way to donate, and that works fine for me. I can provide as much as I feel is good for my channel, and people can provide as much as they see fit. It's a very simple, transaction kind of process for me. Of course, any support is appreciated, really. I just don't want the burden to be on you, the viewer. As long as you're tuning in to me, I'm happy, I'm thankful for patronage of any kinds. That leads me to my final tip, kind of. Collaborate. Whatever that means. I got friends that play games and they make videos. So if I could coax them to play with me and I can record it and they say yes, that would be cool. Otherwise, I guess I could just threaten them cartoonishly until they submit. That usually works too in those instances. That's a suitable option. So from those 3 future tips, you can probably gather that this is going to be an informal, variety kind of channel. A lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to do, not many good words to use for the things I do. But I'll do it. That's what matters most. But now that I have that future 250 settled, I want to talk more about another way for me to make 250 that I can do over and over again. Voiceover. I like it. Now, I have been voiceover prepping since maybe 2024. I've got a backstage. I'm in voice acting club. I got to make a casting call. I got to make a Fiverr, but don't rush me. It's supposed to take a little bit of time. But I do also have, reels and stuff. I have most of the basics down. I got my commercial reel. I got my narration reel. I suppose I don't exactly have a character reel. I can just go through that right now. I got a good Eddie Wachowski.
I can see the earth rotating.
My Randall Graves is on point. 6'7". I'm such a fat fucking chud. I do a very classy fat Deku.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. With tons of toppings and cheese baked right into the crust, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. For just $12.99.
I can do a Joey Wheeler, but only in badly butchered German. Backpack full of shit, Yug! I have a Seto Kaiba, but everyone has a Seto Kaiba. That's not really... I wouldn't say it's an exclusive trait to me. It's not really anything to write home about, you know? Oh, and I do a good Optimus Prime. I watch a lot of Toonami ads, and I learned how to do Peter Cullen's Optimus voice from that.
The hustle is the right of all sentient beings. I pledge allegiance to the bag, which we obtain by selling that loud pack.
I would say I'm a little bit better at Bayverse Optimus, but you can really tell Peter Cullen is Canadian by the way he speaks in the Bayverse movies. So I, too, also have an explicitly Canadian tone of voice.
Wagwan all Autobots. It's come to my attention that one of you has been moving like a buckty. Your shorty's calling my phone telling me how you're cropping all her photos on Instagram. And if the business is true that you left your mums in the hood, somebody go smoke that ute.
And because it was just a thing to do, I tried out Megatron. I'm not very good at it, but, you know, I have a brief excerpt.
Foot dive!
I think it's a very nice character demo. Now, of course, I know all of the characters don't exactly sound one-to-one, you know, voices are all going to be unique, but that Randall Graves was one-to-one. But other than that, you know, hey, I sound the part, and it sounds better in my own ears, but hey, I mean, kadoosh, 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 kadoosh. And if I get a script, man, kadoosh. I'm trying to tell you. But, you know, for all the strong points that I have, I am also keenly aware of my own shortcomings. Like, you may notice when I've grabbed that stuff, I don't have any soundproofing around me. That's pretty obvious. I just have Audacity, noise reduction, and a dream, huh? It's very amateurish, but it's a good way to start, you know? That's all I got. I do plan to get more stuff, you know, as I work on it. I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. Also, my voice is a bit authentically monotonous, as I would call it. That's a boon or a bane, give or take. There's a certain range where everything sort of cuts out and gets whispery and breathy. A lot more whispery and breathy than I already am. I don't sing. I was a baritone in senior chorus. That means I don't sing. I am an avid percussionist, but I am not an avid vocalist. I don't sing. It's not that I can't, I just don't. It's not going to come out well. And I suppose the final thing, one final limitation I should keep in mind is that I have an extreme trouble doing voices when my mother is in the house. I don't know. It's just an odd parental limitation. It's mental, but it's not. It's external and internal. I can't seem to muster up the confidence to do it when my mother is in the house. She's not in the house now, not physically. She got cameras in the office and in the bed where I sleep, which is weird. I mean, she doesn't always surveil me, but it's still weird. I don't like that. I'm more comfortable with the cameras than with her, because, like, she's not actually here. There are just certain things that you do if you're living with your parents. There are certain things you just can't do. You have to inhibit yourself to be, you know, in the environment correctly. Like, I don't project my voice. I don't be outgoing. I don't you know, I don't do those things. It's just not the correct environment for that when she's there. I don't know if that's just the mental block, but that's just how it is. It's otherwise completely inexplicable, but that's just how it is. So I'm doing this entire video while she's gone because of the snowstorm. If I didn't get it out now, I would never get it out ever. And she's supposed to be coming home today. So, you know, not exactly in a panic, but, you know, getting all the stuff out while I can. I've been pacing around the room trying to gather my thoughts because I don't really do this on a script. I just say it as I go. And I've been muttering and mumbling around the house, which my mom probably saw on the cameras, but she didn't tell me because she wants to support me. She's always been supportive of me, which makes it a bit more disrespectful that I internally feel that she needs to leave the house for me to be able to do this comfortably. I mean, I imagine most agents, they like and respect their mothers, even if they're living with their mothers. Because, I mean, you may live with your mom, but you got a job to do. You got to scout. But, I plan to work on that. I got to work on that. I got to hunker down because we're going to be moving again for 3 months. I'm going to be out of the country. And I'm going to have all this. I'm going to have the remote stuff, the remote setup. That's all I got. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll hunker down and figure it out. I'll try being loud near my mom, and hopefully there won't be a thing made out of it. I don't like it when things are made out of it. This whole thing kind of messes up the low-key setup I have between me and my mother. That kind of communicative shared meaning, that kind of thing, this clashes with it, but it's also what I like doing. And maybe if I like doing it enough, I'll figure out how to make money off it, and I'll figure out how to get my own place, and I won't be shackled by that mental block, And she can come over, and I'll be like, hello. And she'll be like, hello. And if I say, oh, I'm going to do this, could you go for a bit? And she can yell at me and tell me, you kicking your mother out of your own house? That'd be funny. That would be fun. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm probably not going to do any gotcha stuff. It's just, I'm black. I don't think I'm allowed to do it. I saw Zeno Robinson was in Genshin Impact. That ruined my day, man. How could you? I mean, I'm glad you're voicing the only Genshin character I've ever seen with a tan, but come on, man. That's a betrayal. You're a DJ in Street Fighter 6. You was Hawks. I don't actually know. What did Hawks even do in MHA? I gotta watch that show again. I have ambitions. I have wants. I don't know if I'll meet them all this year, but I want to get to a place where I could do it next year, maybe. Or the year after next. Maybe I want to meet Phil Lamar. Maybe I want to give Seth Meyers a phone call. Maybe I want to hug Amber Ruffin. Maybe I want to meet Ashley Crystal Hairston. Because she's got a cool-ass last name. Hairston. She got hair in her last name. Could you imagine if she wasn't working on the Fairly Odd Parents? Would she just go fuck it, I'll just go down her and do hair? Because that's enough money to buy her a few pairs of new heirs? Because her baby daddy don't really care? I fucking hate remote work, man. I've been remote since fucking COVID. I've been remote since the day I was born. I don't want to be remote no more. I want to work in a studio. Fucking shit sucks, man. But I already got out of the fucking country. I'm going to be remote again for another 3 months, at least. So I got to make a good enough impression in the remote time so I can be not as remote and be in the studio. So I can hear how my voice sounds in the studio, which is just like this, but slightly less filtery, weirdly. I don't know how to feel it. I don't have the words to express it, because again, I'm just saying this off the dome, and I just need to get it out there. If I don't get it out there now, I won't get it out there ever. I'll be neutered. I don't want to neuter myself. I want to live. But yeah, that should be just about everything of this very focused tangent I had. But yeah, here's to the new year. And here's to $250. Hopefully, sometime before December. Because then, the backstage thing. I got 300 days left on that. I can make 250 in 300 days. That's less than $1 a day. That's easy. I could do that shit. So I guess I gotta do that shit. I'm kind of drunk off sleep, so I kind of forgot to say, but don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. Especially share. I want people to hear me. I feel like sharing that will allow more people to hear me. Because I can express my thoughts to no one all the time. That's what I'm doing right now. There's a dog in the laundry room. But I want to express my thoughts to other people. So sharing would definitely be a big help. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, bye.